So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the best 10 out of 10 designer fragrances. So in this video, it's time to talk about 10 out of 10 niche fragrances. Hi everyone, I'm Joe Lima from Scented Moments channel, where I help you to discover the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video, we will dive into 10 masterpieces, 10 niche fragrances that are masterpieces, that are 10 out of 10 in my opinion, of course. And these fragrances, again, in my view, they are really a testament of the perfumer genius. And seriously, I would say that it's not enough, because I have over 400 fragrances in my collection. So of course there are some niche fragrances that I also consider them to be 10 out of 10, but I didn't want it to include more than 10 here. So if you will not find a specific fragrance that it's very well acclaimed in the fragrance community, and if you see that I will not talk about, doesn't mean that I don't find that fragrance as a 10 out of 10. It's just, well, maybe I should do a part 2 of this video, because in the end I cannot mention all of them, because if I would do that, then this video will be very long. But well, with that being said, the first fragrance here, and this is not a ranked video, the first fragrance, it's from House of Xerjoff, of course, and this is one of their most recent fragrances, released a couple of years ago in 2021. This one is Iommi by Xerjoff. Beautiful bottle presentation, by the way, beautiful. So Iommi, this for me is a 10 out of 10. Probably the best fragrance released by Xerjoff in the last couple of years, in my opinion. Iommi has everything, very complex. So you have rum, you have geranium, you have patchouli, a very thick, earthy patchouli. You have passion fruit in here as well. You have amber, you have vanilla, you have musk. So this, in the end, it's a earthy, boozy, fruity patchouli with a sweet resins in the base. Amazing fragrance here. It's very unique, in my opinion. It's so yummy at the same time. That passion fruit with the rum, with this sweet vanilla, and then you have this really dark, earthy patchouli. I mean, it's amazing. I absolutely love this one. Really, I think this fragrance really smells like the bottle suggests. I mean, not metallic, but it's dark, it's yummy, it's earthy, it's sweet, but it's just sweet done right. Amazing scent right here. Check this one out if you have yet to. It's Iommi by Xerjoff. The next fragrance, this is from House of Papillon Artisan Perfumes, and this one is Anubis. Beautiful, beautiful scent. This fragrance is the reason why I started to explore this brand. It's the reason why I discovered this brand, actually. Absolutely love this Anubis. It's dark, heavy, thick, bold, slightly animalic fragrance. Amazing. This is a leather fragrance, although this is more of a suede, and it's the most opulent, dark, animalic suede fragrance that I ever experienced. So you have here labdanum, you have incense, suede, of course, and you also have a bit of an incense in here, and I think it's not featured, but you definitely have some animalic qualities in here. Absolutely love this one. It's so thick, so heavy, dense, bold, regal, rich, intense fragrance. I mean, I absolutely love this. This is a 10 out of 10. And it's so unique. It's so unique. I love it. This is really amazing. Really amazing. Anubis is really the, for me, and this is hard because I really love this brand, but I would say that this is the masterpiece. Maybe because it was really the fragrance that made me discover and explore Papillon, but this for me, it's really the masterpiece of this brand. Anubis by Papillon Artisan Perfumes. The next fragrance, this is from House of Amouage. No discussions here, Jubilation 25. I mean, again, I could have mentioned Interlude easily, but I didn't want it to mention more than one fragrance per brand, and I also did my best to not include more than a fragrance note. Like if I will feature like an amber, I didn't want it to include like 2 ambers, so I really wanted to make this list the most diverse as possible. And so that's why there might be some fragrances that are definitely 10 out of 10, but they are just not in this list. Maybe if you would like me to do so, I can do again a part 2 of this topic. But yes, Jubilation 25, simply a masterpiece. This has blackcurrant, very juicy blackcurrant, with all types of resins: frankincense, myrrh, opopanax, oud, benzoin, you name it. This fragrance is the definition of regal, of what a regal fragrance should smell like. And the moment I smell this is really just makes me feel empowered, really. Amazing. It's really breathtaking. It's that good. I urge you to smell this if you have yet to. Jubilation 25 by Amouage. It's one of the most groundbreaking releases in this century, in my opinion, and it's really one of the best fragrances that you will ever smell. Jubilation 25 by Amouage. The next fragrance, this is from House of Ramon Monegal, and this is from the Don't Touch My Oud collection, Soul of Oud. I love oud fragrances, and this one is one of my all-time favorite oud fragrances. This is one of the most realistic oud fragrances that you will smell, if you like oud, of course. So dark, resinous, and chocolatey. It has really like a dark chocolatey feel that some ouds actually do have this chocolatey nuance. It's so good. Very gooey, very resinous, very thick oud fragrance, man. Slightly a bit funky, definitely a bit funky, but with that bit of a dark chocolate feel. I mean, I love this one. This one is really a 10 out of 10 type of oud. If you like oud, check this one out. Check this line out. It's really good for Western brand, niche brand. This is really one of the finest oud lines that you will smell, especially this one, Soul of Oud by Ramon Monegal. The next fragrance from the house of Profumum Roma, Ambra Aurea. This is my favorite amber fragrance to this day, still. And I love ambers. Ambers is one of my favorite accords in perfumery. And I really want to do a new amber list, because I did one, but it was like 4 years ago. Yeah, so it needs to be updated, of course. But yes, I absolutely love this brand, this fragrance. I love this brand, of course, my favorite niche brand. But Ambra Aurea is magical. It's magical, really. Yes, amber, of course, very thick and syrupy, gooey amber with ambergris and myrrh. Amazing. Very resinous, very rich and thick, very dense, and you have really this also salty butteriness from the ambergris. This amber is really magical. Great performance, and it really lasts a long time, and it can be loud. This fragrance, it's probably one of the most loud fragrances from Profumum Roma. You really need to go easy on the spray here. but you will set yourself in an amber journey. This is really a fragrance that everyone should smell at least once. Ambra Aurea by Profumum Roma. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Frederic Malle, and this is a masterpiece. It is Portrait of a Lady. This was my first full bottle of Frederic Malle, and my only regret is that I just purchased a 50 ml. But well, it is what it is. But Portrait of a Lady, yeah, it's one of my favorite rose fragrances to this day. And it's really groundbreaking. This fragrance really changed this genre, this rose theme, with the patchouli in here, very earthy patchouli, with the spices, with the raspberry. Amazing. After Portrait of a Lady, then quite a few others followed and tried to copy this DNA, or being very inspired by this DNA, but Portrait of a Lady is Portrait of a Lady in the end. Brilliant, brilliant. Everything here has really a natural smelling feel. The rose, it's so full and thick and really vivid red rose with this earthy patchouli, so it's really a great combo. Very well balanced. Then you have the raspberry, you have the spices. Very, very sexy fragrance, I would say. Absolutely love this one. Another fragrance that everyone should smell at least once, Portrait of a Lady. I would say that this is the masterpiece of Frederic Malle. This is the reference of Frederic Malle. Portrait of a Lady. The next fragrance, this is from house of Les Indemodables, and it is Vanille Havane. Masterpiece. And this brand is really solid. I would not say that this is the fragrance of Les Indemodables, although currently this is the fragrance that put Les Indemodables in the map, but Rose Jamal is brilliant. Really, I think it's my favorite rose fragrance right now, surpassing Portrait of a Lady even. It's that good. Although Portrait of a Lady, it has more layers, it's more complex, and that's why it's being featured in here in the end. But in terms of rose as a soliflor, which is Rose Jamal, wow. I mean, of course, it has more things going on. It has a bit of a citrusy on top and so on, but it's really fantastic in the end. Mousse de Sable, fantastic. Fougère Maraude, I mean, you name it. This brand really has, they do not know how to do a bad fragrance. It's really, either the fragrance is not for you, or it is. I mean, there are a couple of fragrances that I really do not like, but not because they are bad per se. It's really because it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't work on my skin. But objectively speaking, which is when talking about fragrances, that it's a bit controversial. I think Les Indemodables is really one of the best, or even if not the best, one of the best, because then I would be unfair with other new niche brands. So it's really one of the best new niche brands out there. And Vanille Havane, in my opinion, is a 10 out of 10. This is vanilla, of course, the most natural smelling vanilla, with cocoa, with tobacco, of course, and a hint of jasmine. Amazing. This fragrance is amazing. It really, I mean, how many times we already smelled tobacco and vanilla type of fragrances, and how many of them resemble to Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, you know. They really did something different here. Very different. It's not far from being your Tobacco Vanille. I love Tobacco Vanille, but this is far from it. This is really unique, and it's everything. Really, it's everything here. It's natural smelling, since from the cocoa, from the vanilla, from the tobacco leaves. I mean, seriously, this fragrance, and it's so yummy, so damn sexy. It's really fantastic. I love this one. Vanille Havane by Les Indemodables. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Thomas & Monaco, Raw Gold. absolutely brilliant fragrance, and the name really fits how this fragrance smells like. And I love the bottle presentation. Although now, actually, I think this type of bottle presentation and this batch, I think it's gone really, or it's soon to be gone for good. And Thomas & Monaco, they just now release, or will release, 3 new fragrances, including the new raw gold in a new bottle presentation. It looks really nice. Actually, I'm very curious to smell those 3 fragrances. I love Grambo. I absolutely love that one. And the other one, Au Coeur, which is also quite nice, but I feel that it's more feminine. But I love Grambo. It's like a French lover, but more intense, with more of a full-bodied, more complex French lover. And then you have raw gold, and then you will have Sol Salgado, and the other one that I don't recall the name, but I'm very curious. All of these fragrances are high quality perfumes, well blended, very expensive, but it's, I mean, for the scent itself, it's really worth it in my opinion. This one is so far the masterpiece, the 10 out of 10 fragrance from Thomas & Monaco, and it was the first one being released actually. So raw gold, coffee, chocolate, animalic notes like civet with leather, suede. So you have the leather and suede, and you have a bit of resins in the base. I mean, this fragrance is complex, it's animalic, and it has gourmand qualities. Check this one out if you have yet to. Raw Gold by Thomas & Monaco. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Healy, and it is Eau Sacree. Probably my favorite incense fragrance, and to be honest, it's one of the best incense fragrances out there, aside Olibanum by Profumum Roma. Those two are, in my opinion, the best incense fragrances out there. But I slightly prefer this one. It's because it's really, it's realistic with this churchy incense, but very resinous. So it's like you're burning frankincense at the church, at an old church. Is how this fragrance smells like. And it's so intense, so realistic, so natural smelling. It's amazing. I love this fragrance. I mean, this is really a fantastic resinous, smoky, incensey fragrance. You also have a bit of a sweet undertones in here with labdanum. You have also myrrh in here, and you also have a bit, you have a bit of a medicinal patchouli. Amazing. Absolutely amazing scent. 10 out of 10. Probably, I definitely prefer this one to Cardinal by Healy, from the same brand, of course. And I would say that this is the 10 out of 10 from Healy. Maybe. Maybe. Or at least it's definitely one of the 10 out of 10 by Healy. Eau Sacree, it's, in terms of incense, it's really one of the finest incense fragrances that you will smell. And of the brand itself, in terms of a fragrance per se, I think it's really one of the best from Healy. Eau Sacree, really try this one, especially if you like or if you're searching for an incense fragrance. And last but by no means least, from the house of Serge Lutens, it is Fille en Anguille. Very proud to have the old bottle presentation of this fragrance. I already have this one for quite some time now, where this bottle presentation was still the standard bottle presentation of Serge Lutens fragrances. This is not discontinued. Fille en Anguille currently comes in this slick black bottle. I don't know if they changed or if it's reformulated or not. I don't think so. At least from what I see, from the reviews I see, I think it still smells the same. It's just much more expensive than it once was. But Fille en Anguille is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It also has incense in here, but for me the star note is pine needle. It's a very resinous, thick pine needle, and it's really, yeah, this really smells like you are under a Christmas tree burning frankincense. It's really how this fragrance smells like. Amazing. Very piney, very woodsy, very resinous, very thick fragrance. I love this. This fragrance reminds me of Christmas. Not only because I already wore this fragrance during the Christmas time, but really the image that I get, it's this. You are under the Christmas tree burning frankincense. It's how it smells. Amazing. I love this one. It's really one of the best fragrances ever created. Fille by Serge Lutens. Finishing this video, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find value in this video, just hit a like button, because it would really mean a lot to me. And let me know in the comments down below what would be your 10 out of 10 niche fragrances. I would love to see your lists, and see you in the next video, guys. Ciao.